The first time I saw Cassandra walk into our office, I swear the temperature in the room went up 10 degrees. Not because she was nervous. Oh no, she was the picture of calm. But because every single person, man and woman alike, stopped what they were doing to watch her glide through the door. She had that kind of presence. Long auburn hair, silky blouses just a little too low cut for corporate, pencil skirts that somehow seemed tighter on her than on anyone else. She smiled, like she already knew what everyone wanted and whether they were worth giving it to. And from that day on, nothing in our office was ever the same. Let me know in the comments if you've ever dealt with something like this. I'd love to hear your story. Sam, James, and Sam. At first, I thought she was just one of those ultra-confident new hires who come in and shake things up. Good for her, right? And she got hired as a sales coordinator, technically below me in the hierarchy. And yet somehow, within the first week, she was calling meetings with senior managers, swanning around like she owned the place. We all joked about it. Watch out, my cubicle neighbor Greg whispered to me once. She's got the boss wrapped around her little finger already. I laughed, but when I looked up, sure enough, there was Cassandra leaning against the doorframe of Mr. Mitchell's office, her laugh carrying out into the hall, his big booming voice answering, like she was the funniest thing he'd ever met. It started small. She forgot to file expense reports, and they got paid anyway. She turned in sales forecasts late, and somehow Mitchell covered for her in meetings. Oh yes. Meanwhile, the rest of us were getting chewed out for decimal points and the wrong columns. Then came the perks. First, she got reassigned to the biggest account in the region, a client I'd been working on for months. Mitchell claimed it was because she's got the right touch. Well, then she got a brand new laptop when everyone else was still on ancient breaks that froze if you opened Excel. Next thing we knew, she was parking in the space reserved for visitors up front. No one said a word. I confronted Mitchell about the client reassignment once. I'd never seen his face go so red so fast. You don't question my decisions, he snapped. Cassandra delivers, you don't. End of discussion. Oh. That night, I stayed late trying to finish the pile of reports I was behind on, and as I walked past the office, I noticed the lights still on. Oh. And there they were. Mitchell sitting behind his desk, Cassandra perched on it, no papers in sight, her heels off, twirling her hair and smiling like she'd just won the lottery. And the way he was looking at her, yeah, there was no more doubt in my mind what was going on. The next few weeks were like a nightmare. Every time she messed something up, someone else got blamed. When she completely botched a quarterly projection that cost the department a bonus, guess who got written up? Me. When she forgot to follow up with a client and we lost the account, guess who got screamed at in the all hands? Greg. We were all walking on eggshells because she was untouchable. Smug didn't even begin to describe her attitude at that point. She'd stroll in late every day with a fancy coffee in hand, smile at Mitchell's office, and then turn to us and say, "Good morning, team," like she was doing us a favor just by showing up. So, and the gossip. She started planting little comments here and there, turning us against each other. She'd tell me Greg called me lazy. She told Greg I said he was incompetent. She told Mary she overheard us both saying she was dead weight. By the time we realized what was happening, everyone hated everyone else. And Cassandra? She stayed above the fray, grinning like a cat in a cage full of birds. If you're enjoying this story so far, Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more outrageous office drama like this. The final straw came during a team presentation. Cassandra stood up, took credit for a project I'd spent 6 months on, and Mitchell clapped like she invented fire. I couldn't take it anymore. That night, I started keeping my own little file. Screenshots of her emails, records of late reports, notes from conversations where she admitted she hadn't done her part. And then one evening, I came in early and heard them through the wall. Mitchell and Cassandra. It wasn't even subtle. The next morning, I printed everything out. Every last email, every missed deadline, every falsified report. And then, the kicker. A copy of the building security log showing her badge had been used to enter Mitchell's office at midnight 3 times in the past month. Wow. At the next all-hands meeting, when she tried to throw Greg under the bus yet again, I stood up, heart pounding, hands shaking, but I did it. Actually, I said, I've got documentation that shows otherwise. I laid it all out on the conference table. The room went dead quiet. Mitchell sputtered. Cassandra went pale. HR called me in that afternoon. 2 weeks later, she was gone. No explanation. Mitchell tried to save face for a while, but his credibility was shot. The weirdest part? I almost missed the chaos. The office is quiet now. Too quiet. But if she ever tries to pull that act at her next job, well, let's just say I've still got a copy of the file. You can hear more stories like this every day right here on Office Drama Daily.